I don't think I pressed apply. I heard it for 1 second in between. Like, boing. You don't know this one, Pochi. Gold. You're too young, Pochi. November 21st. That's how long they're not gonna put a cat in. They're not making new pets until they sell those ones. It's Poe Dameron. Love Poe. And he's Peepo. So cool. Force Awakens is coming to theaters for its 10th anniversary. It made the most money out of any Star Wars movie of all time. I like it in a sick way. It's one of those things. It's like the Phantom Menace. Over time, it gets better and better. I don't like what JJ did with it still, though. Honestly. Like, the Phantom Menace, I can say, at least I like what George did with it. Yeah. I don't know. I was like pooping and eating at the same time. It's like peeing and drinking in the same time. Shot while popping minis. Just relentless. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. hang out here? Where is this? Can this be my house? I'm gonna live in the sewer. This instance. Yeah, me and Poochie. Poochie. He's basically Poochie, dude. Call him that. It's his English name. Oh yeah, we're living in the sewer. Yeah, we got all we need. We're at least working here. Just pee right here. In the water. Oh, there's a porta potty. We don't need to. Is there a bed? This pallet. For entertainment and food. There's a button that's entertaining. No food. Oh, you got work? Oh yeah, because you can fish. Way to cook it. You okay with that? It's like you catch nothing but... Where is it? Okay, it's right by Springfield Town Square, just to the north. Right by the power plant, it's the radioactive. Oh, there were two of them. How did I do? Did I get any kills? No? You get that just for getting in the top 10? Okay. I'm switching up my entire my entire play style. You did? Which one? MPC or your MPK? Or you can use it on your iPad? Oh, so you linked it? Did you? Did you? Oh, you linked the MPK to Fruity Loops on your computer. Yeah, that's a good way to do it too. Because I'm telling you, you don't need anything but the free version. Do I have Ableton, the free version? Usually I do. Yeah, you can get Ableton Live Lite for free. That's what I usually do. You could get like the best one for free, I think, too. It's just like I like Lite because it fits on your computer nicely and it has everything that I need of Ableton in there. Teaches you how to use it too. I'm pretty sure your MPK would plug into that too in the same fashion. You could do all that and try every program. That's what's nice about the MPK. I used to love that thing. I saw a picture of Annie the dog, the border collie, on and with the with her paws on it. I took a picture. I used to work on it all the time until they break. Is what I would do. I don't know. So if it ever breaks, don't be surprised. But also like the MPK, if it's like, well, I used mine really hard. Like I took it everywhere, every day in a backpack. If you don't do that, it'll probably last forever. Like and you have a warranty probably or something like, and you get the free software forever. Or the not free software, the paid for software. You get MPC forever, which I think is the best software. Got it right. You get this free forever. Or your version of it, right? You have like, what version? What do you have? It's like MPC Beats, but it's like the same thing. MPC? I think it's just hard. Let me. To your tablet? Yeah, I don't know. But you can link your tablet, like paid for thing, to MPC maybe. It would be through MIDI or something, maybe. Or something crazy. You can use MPC Beats as a plugin on FL Studio. So I think what you have to do is you have to get the MPC Beats. You can get it on your tablet, I think, because you paid for it, basically. Like you could put it on there too. You get a couple different downloads of it. I think you get two. Or I think to use it as a VST, what they're saying, the way you can just do that on anything. I used to do that. It's just a weird. Do it. I don't know. It all works together. But like the way I do it is I kind of just choose the one I like. And then I siphon it all off to that. And you can use free stuff and everything to get there. Because you just record what you're doing and then you put it in Audacity as a waveform. And then I end up putting it in here in the end. So it doesn't really, you can always find like a workaround. But there's ways to connect it. There's ways to connect this that we should just try. Because I need Ableton. Right. Oops. And I'll show you why I use it, I guess. Ableton Live. Live Light is a lightweight version. I usually don't get it from the real website. I just like go on the sketchiest one possible, but I know you can. This is the way to do it correctly. And like, honestly, see this live 12 suite is $749. That's a lot of money. I feel like that's cheaper than it used to be though. And you can get standard for $439, or you can get intro for $99. Or you can just download Live Light, the free version. And it doesn't even let you use it. But it does, sort of. It teaches you. It's like Live Light 12. Oh yeah, but like Fruity Loop does not really compare to Ableton. Ableton could make like you serious if you didn't if you weren't serious all of a sudden. That's what we did to be legitimate kind of like immediately, even when we didn't know what we were doing. Because Skylar's always had like the $900 Ableton package or whatever. So we've always had access to that and just put stuff into that. So it does help, like with just getting a certain sound. But really, I use it as like a calculator. That's what even when I had access to like the best Ableton stuff, it's just like it's really whatever you really like. I like MPC. I make everything in MPC. But this will help. Like I don't know why I don't have to do this anymore, but I like should. Hey, what you doing? Maybe I should extract it. You have to extract it, maybe, because it's a zip. That's why I probably downloaded off of a third party, because they just unzip it and give it to you. But, you know, it's not that hard to extract it, I guess. Just don't forget to extract. So it's good to go over. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, yeah. And you don't even have to, but it's good to know, I guess, what it does, sort of. Like what the big reason is. Because it's like a good calculator. You could put any sound into it and it will tell you the tempo. It might be wrong though, but like it gives you a number, which is huge. Because most stuff won't just give you a number for the tempo. That's what Ableton does. It makes you like essentially, because even if it's wrong, you could pretend it's right. And that's basically music. I don't like when it's wrong. That's what I don't like about it. Sometimes it's wrong. But if you know music, you can be like, but if you don't, you could still use the number that it gives you, and it's like you'll end up with something, and it'll be close enough. And it's honestly not wrong a lot. Like, if you make samples the way I've shown you, it won't be wrong, probably. That's what's cool. If you chop it perfectly, then it gives you like a perfect answer usually. It's that most people just like throw a random thing in there and then it'll come up with a random tempo. It reads the tempo though. That's huge. If you're like, I don't know the tempo of this sample or this thing or whatever it is, it could be the sound of you coughing. If you want to know the tempo of it, Ableton will tell the tempo of it. Even if it's wrong, at least you could use that number. And then what you do is you're like, if you want to put it in a beat, you just change it from whatever tempo it says to the tempo you want. An MPC, you can't do that. You can't like, it won't tell you the tempo. It assumes that you know the tempo of all your samples. Like, it just does. Or that you named it like, oh yeah, 120. Which is hard. Even FL might do that. I think FL walks you through it maybe a little better. Because their samples and everything are like, oh yeah, this is in that. And you can like change it. You just change it. You change it. Ah, it says that it might be frozen at times. Wow. I mean, it is. It's like moving slightly. So we'll put one of my samples in and we'll see what it says that it is. And if I agree with it. But it might be, it's like, it even might be more correct than you think it is. Like, you might be like, you're wrong, but it's right. Or you might be like, you're wrong and it's wrong. Or it's right. And you're like, yeah, it's right. You just have to know that there's those three options, basically, I guess. And if you're working in it, you just make it right. If you're working in Ableton. Ableton. And you can like be like, oh, you're a little wrong, then fix it. I guess this later. I'm used to clicking that. This is what it looks like. Super weird. But it's basically like MPC, like except for you start off in not this mode, but this mode, where there's like, here we'll go to a song like this. This is what you're looking at when you open up Ableton, except it's super weird. And knowing Ableton is like, okay, you could work in professional stuff. That's what's really good about it. Because you'll get the professional like school for going to audio if you want to go to school to be an audio engineer, which is something you could legitimately do just by knowing a little. They have you work in not any of this. They have you work in the other one, Pro Tools. I'm pretty sure. Holy cow. Not supposed to do that. Did it take me to the other mode? What the hell? How do you change modes? I haven't been enabled in for a while. Oh yeah, yeah. What the heck did it do? We just want a new one. Here we go. It like opened up a program. You could see the tempos up here in these tiny little letters. And the best thing about it is that you can go like 122.22222. It does up to the second digit, which MPC does not. MPC only goes up to the first digit. Me, I don't actually like going into the second digit, even though it's a little more accurate. And like music should be in like, not those unless specifically needed to be. Then you can use Ableton, I guess. But you never really need it to be anyway. It should be like 124.5 or something, if anything. Or I have a bunch of beats in like 72.5. I just like that because it's a more classic sound, but modern sounds actually go into the next digit. Really weird modern stuff, but you could have like 122. We'll just, this is the other mode. And this mode doesn't really exist in MPC. It's like, this is Audacity. This is Audacity, basically. Like you can put everything in as a song, like a big long song form. Like it's all space. Like that's what I use Audacity for. You can like work in here, sort of. But then also finish the song in here and then master it and do everything completely. And that's just all the stuff MPC doesn't do. Those are the two modes, and it's hard to find them. They look like these lines. It's just this mode and that mode. And in MPC, there's like all these modes. There's this mode, this mode, this mode, this mode, this mode. Basically, Ableton does that all in two modes. Mode, this mode. So we can work, like look at the same project and try to just do this one. I need something more. Subplots? What's easy? This is a 92. Subplots 1. Yeah. So let's take this and see what Ableton says. So what you do is you just drag it. I like to drag it into this far one just because you know it's going to be correct. You could do this one too. Just don't put it in the MIDI. MIDI is how you connect your Fruity Loops to it and everything, I think. So there it is. And what does it say that it's in? It says, I think you have to change this. It says it's in 138.51, yeah. But it might be warping it. Forget. Oh, maybe because, yeah. Because it's in 122. Yeah, the warp effect. That's why I say sometimes it's wrong. 69.25 is what it's saying. Let's try some of the other samples in there, like the drums. Oops. It's called subplots 1. This one. It says it's in 157.79 right down here. Now, I don't know if that's because it's warping it or what. Let's try a new live set. See if that changes it. You know, I don't agree with it. Let's see if any of these come up as 92. Nope. 86.3. That's pretty close. So you can't trust it. You just can't trust it. It has a, I don't know. It used to be better. And maybe that is like the tempo. Actually, somehow. But it's just not. But if you know what you're doing, then it doesn't matter. Then you just set this to. And then, like, if I take this sample and I move it into this mode, isn't that weird? Now it's like in the song or whatever. Makes no sense, but it does. Then you can put it in there like that, and now it starts like that, the song. Oh, look, it warped it to make it 92 in its mind. Don't warp it. See? Now it's gonna fit in there, I bet. Yep. See, it's all on the lines now. And that's how you do the same thing that I do in MPC, but like in here, and then you can like just rip if once you get it like the way you want, taking the everything out. You can repeat it. I think you do a bunch, duplicate, and get it in the next 16, and then see it's right on the line all perfectly because I know it's in 92 because I put it in 92. For some reason it says it's in 138.51, but you could also just change that. No, don't. You can't. For some reason, can't. Makes no sense. Oh, look. In Pro, it says 92. So if you switch it to Complex Pro, it stops warping it. Oh yeah, you have to warp it with Complex Pro. And then it says 92. And does it make it sound weird though? No. You just have to assume you're a pro, I guess. 'Cause that's kind of a lot. Then we could take the bass. And which, like, this is how you edit it in this window. So I could, like, put the real beginning where I actually have the real beginning in the other song. And the real end at the real end, so that you don't have to edit it secondhand like I just did. And then it fits. Oh yeah, warp, complex, bro. 92. How do you zoom in on this? Holy cannoli. There we go. Okay. Uh, I guess you could just, like, you know that it ends here. Whoa, did it just warp it? Don't do that. Okay, you can't do a lot of the same things, but you can. Why would it do that? Don't warp. Maybe unwarp it. Do we like this? Nah, I don't know if that's doing. Let's just see. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it'll sound better. I think it's all on the line. There you go. It's like we made the same song, basically. Not really, because there'd be a bunch more work, but I thought it would give us a good. I thought it would give us, like, the real time. Let's see if I can get it to say anything, right? This should be in 120. This random snare should be in 120. Mess it up. No, it says it's in 120. So things like that, it's really good at. We got it to finally say the right thing. That was an easy one, Ableton. Other things, you just can't trust it. But if you're like, what is this drum sound? That's a huge, I, that's how I learned that these are in 120, I think. And then I tested it and I was like, oh my God, they are in 120. And I believe it because it is. I know this is in 120. I've edited it a bunch. I use it in 120 songs and that sounds right. So things like that. It's worth throwing anything in there to see what it says. And then you can work with it, and it'll just sound wrong if it was wrong, and it'll sound right if it was right. If you keep working, kind of. Because these are bot sounds where you know it's in 120, like, because I bought it. So it's just like standard. One of them, yeah, it came with my MPC 1000 on the inside. They're just standard, the standard sounds that come with it. We could get a whole bunch of other sounds that way, and the only way you can read it is my MPC 1000. We could get old drum sounds that way. Yeah. That's how Ableton works. See, it's got these all split out. It's the same thing as like this. They're all split up and then it ends up in here, all split up. And you can play them sort of the same. Like, this is just better, I think, because it's like buttons. Like, there's the button to play it, right? This is like, how do you play it in this mode? You have to go like this. And then if you do it like this, though, you're a DJ. Like, you can DJ it. You can loop it forever. You could be like, loop. And you never have to stop the party. Which is what I do in this mode, too. No, it didn't do it. I don't know how to do it, I guess. But you can. There's a way to like loop play also in this mode, similar to like what I do in here, where it just loops over and over. So you can like just work and hear it and mix it. The thing I also like about Ableton is it does automation. So you can do it in this mode, I think is easier, I think. Like this. If you go here. And you go here. No. You automate. Is it just this? Mm-hmm. Config. Come on, how do you automate? The standard is 120. Put it in 120. Auto, maybe? In. Ah, it's picking up my microphone. See? That's how you can plug in your stuff. That's how I would used to originally do vocals sometimes when we had nothing else. But Ableton's good for, you could do all your vocals in it, everything. Let's see, come on, give me automation. Mm-hmm. I think it's just right here. These are it right here. I think if you kind of click on it and go to main, let's pick the bay. No. This? I don't know. It's just the color. You can change it. What the heck? You have to individually. I don't get the colors. I just know if you pay more money, the colors are different, like by default. I don't know. This is how you record. You could oh yeah, you can play it on loop and then you can record it. That's what we used. We would be like this. This is not what. It's warping it. What is it doing? Well, wow, we really messed with the. What is going on? Oh, it's because it's in this other one. I didn't like give it its own thing. Maybe. Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up. Somehow that made it 92. I feel like it slowed it down. Why did it do that? Why would it do that? That's why I don't like Ableton. There's lots of ways to get it just to shut up. Oops, wrong sample. Wrong. No. Yeah. Just playing. There we go. There we go. It's because it's playing like that. Oh, yeah. It's because I have it in beats. The heck is it reading it as now? That's too fast. What? You should be able to edit the tempo, but it really doesn't want me to. Is she okay? Know that you can just like take it, move it over here. Force it. Yeah. That's a you have to just work like I'm working. And then it'll go away. But if you record it, like you play it and then record your computer audio, like stream it or just record it, then then you have it. And you could do that for all your separate stuff and then put it in MPC. Oh yeah. Huh? Yeah. I don't think it's just a 92 random. We can't hear nothing. that's the gist of it. Ableton. It's so cool. Here's how you do a drum rack though, which is fun. Drums. And then you go to drum rack. And this is how you get the squares. That's how you would take a drum sound. Or we could take the drums I made and make a drum rack out of it. Or you could just take any of their sounds, drag it in, and it'll work on your MPK in the drum rack. And you can edit the samples all you want and stuff. The drum rack. And then what you do is you take the drum rack and you put it here. Now there's a drum rack. Then you can record it. I think it recorded. No, I didn't. I don't know if I did.